Let me just see. Yeah, it's shared. Okay. So, so for everybody who's joining in right now through various channels, welcome to the official launch of the Global Digital Corps program. The Global Digital Corps is a national program to identify the top students in software engineering for an industry-led training program to become full-stack developers and get 6 months remote internships or open source contribution to create digital public goods. My name is Sanjay Vijayakumar, and I'm the co-founder of Pupil First. Along with me, I have Dr. Amit Srivastava, who's the Director of Faculty Development Cell at AICTE, and who's the lead coordinator for the program. We also have students who joining us who built the software, 14 of India's bright engineering students who've been selected through a very exhaustive process, who've been trained by the industry, and who've completed 6 months of internships with Corona Safe Network, a pandemic management software used by the National Health Mission, and who've also been receiving a stipend from the Ministry of Education, Government of India, in recognition for their services to the nation. So, without much ado, let me welcome all of you, and let me keep this short. Let me read out the fellowship title: certificate as a National Software Engineering Fellow that is being bestowed on the 14 engineering students who've done exemplary work, that they are role models for the whole nation. And then I'll read out the names of these 14 students who are part of the program. So if all the students are there, if you can switch on your videos, that would be like really awesome. We will try to see if we can get member secretary or Punyaji or Anil G online. All three of them have spent during mid course of the program nearly an hour and a half to review the work that each of these students have done, and then towards the end, we will launch the program and have a vote of thanks. So with that, let me give you a quick context. So peoplefirst.org is a founding member to the National Education Alliance for Technology program of the Ministry of Education, which is aimed at improving the quality of learning outcomes at institutions. In March of 2020, around 300 plus industry engineers came together to volunteer and create a software called Corona Safe Network that is used by the National Health Mission for pandemic management. Now, since post the lockdown, the industry engineers had to go back to their work. AICT and People First launched a fellowship program for selecting 30 students as full stack developers to continue work on Corona Safe. By Jan of 2021, 50,000 students from 35 states across 2,347 institutions had applied for the program, out of which 24 students were selected for full scholarships, which were supported by the Action COVID team. The Action COVID team is a collaboration between the venture capital community in India and some of the leading tech startups in the country. And specifically, the students were receiving fellowships which were sponsored by the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation and the Vadhwani Foundation. And the students, as would have seen in the first, interaction or the first explanation part, have successfully created open source contributions, which have enabled some of the leading minds in the country, including Srikanth Nadhamuni, who created Aadhaar, to create national infrastructure which will serve patients in rural and remote India through a tele-ICU module. These programs are currently under deployment in around 12 states in the country, primarily focused on the Northeast, including Assam and the largest states in the Northeast, and then southern states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and more states joining into the system. Now, out of uh, 50,000 applicants, only 24 students could qualify for the program. And AICT launched the Leadership in Teaching Excellence program to meet the chairman's goal of training 100,000 faculty and 2.4 crore students in this new emerging technology, languages and paradigms and software skills that students need when they go out to the industry. So these 14 students who are here today are the showcase examples or role models for more students in the years to come. And this program has started as a separate program called the Leadership in Teaching Excellence program, where 50 institutions are currently under training and for their faculty to learn these new skills and eventually integrate the courses as part of their curriculum. By September of 2021, the United Nations recognized the work almost after 84 weeks of the work. The United Nations recognized this as a digital public good that meets all international standards and helps promote the Sustainable Development 2030 goals. So with that, Amitji, with your permission, can I read out the fellowship citation for the
Please.
students?
And after this, please also invite two students to share their feedback, because some of the students would like to know, what are the benefits of the program, internship program. So
Sure.
that two students may be invited to share their feedback for 1 minute each.
Okay, Amitji. So amongst the 14 students, if you can coordinate and figure out who should represent you and speak, please feel free to do that. So let me read out a citation that is being jointly issued by Pupil First and the All India Council for Technical Education for the students who met the gold standard of engineering education in the country. What is important to note is the quality of teaching learning that has been provided and the ability for the students to absorb this knowledge and build industry grade solutions that has won international recognition. So this certificate is being issued to 14 students. I'll read out, it's in alphabetical order, so I'll just read out the first name and then I'll read out the names of the 14 students who are being given the fellowship. So Amitji, can I read this out?
Yeah, please.
Yes. So from Pupil First School, Software Engineering Division. This is to certify that Abhinandan Arya, born on 6th December 2000 in Patna, Bihar, has fulfilled all the requirements for the award of the title National Software Engineering Fellow. The National Software Engineering Fellowship program was conducted jointly by pupilfirst.org along with the All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, a statutory body under the Ministry of Education, Government of India. From amongst 50,482 applicants, 24 students were trained under senior software engineers from the industry in Ruby on Rails, JavaScript, React, and Rescript by Pupil First School. 14 students completed the 6-month internship with Corona Safe Network, and exemplary open source contributions were delivered that resulted in the work being recognized by the United Nations as a digital public good. This fellowship is being jointly awarded by pupilfirst.org and AICT as proud recognition of the meritorious services rendered to the society during a global pandemic. With all its rights and privileges, the signature of the chairman of AICT and pupilfirst.org is hereunto affixed as a witness to this voluntary software engineering work and being a role model to our community. So, this is the National Engineering Fellowship citation. The certificates will be dispatched from AICT to your addresses. In a pre-pandemic world, this would have been a physical event where all of you would have been present. In a pandemic situation, we are having the citation given to you in a digital format. And hopefully, at some point in the future, we'll have the first get together where you will be able to meet all the people who are involved in helping you get this citation. With that, Amitji, can I read out the names of the students, the
Yeah,
14
please.
students? Okay. So this is the GDC Software Engineering class of 2021. And let me read out the names. So you've seen Abhinandan Arya from Deen Dayal Upadhyaya College from Patna, Bihar. You have Apurva, who's from New Horizon College of Engineering in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. If you guys are there, can you just say hi or wave? And uh, then we have Amit Kumar, who comes from the National Institute of Engineering in Ara, Bihar. We have Arpan Abhishek, who comes from CMR Institute of Technology, Bokaro, Jharkhand. We have Divya Garg, who comes from the University Maharani College, Curli in Rajasthan. We have Karan Sanjeev Nair, who's one of the youngest in the program who comes from KCG College of Technology, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. We have Kavin Shankar G, who comes from the SRM Institute of Science and Technology in Erode, Tamil Nadu. We have Piyush Goyal, who comes from University Institute of Engineering and Technology in Chandigarh. We have Pradipta Gosal, who comes from the College of Engineering and Management, Kolagat, Krishnanagar in Nadia, West Bengal. We have Samyukta Ganesh Kumar, who comes from the Sri Subramanya Nadar, Shiva Subramanya Nadar College of Engineering in Tamil Nadu. We have Sandra Kakarail Jayakumar, who comes from the College of Engineering Trivandrum. Her native place is Kannur in Kerala. And we have Shailesh Anand, who comes from the Birsa Institute of Technology, Latehar, Jharkhand. Srihari L, who comes from the Banariaman Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. And finally, we have Swapnil Jagtap, who comes from the Pune Institute of Computer Technology from Maharashtra. So these are the 14 students who won the National Software Engineering Fellowship title. This is a fellowship title which will stay with you for the rest of your lives, and you will have the certificates in your names. And for as long as this fellowship continues, you will be known as the first batch of students who were selected and acted and contributed your time, energy, and effort, got the knowledge, and gave your knowledge as a contribution to the nation. With that, Amitji, we
Yeah,
can
I
ask.
also, on behalf of the AICTE, I congratulate all the 14 participants of the first batch of the fellowship internship program. It's really, during the program also we have interacted with them and understand what are the work they have carried out, especially in the context of the development of the application for the corona. So it's really heartening to see the work they put, for the development of the country, and I congratulate all the first batch students. Now, briefly, for 2 minutes, I just want to, although we have limited time. So first, I invite Karan Sanjeev Nair. Karan, are you there? Just to share your experience so that the students, those who joined today program, they will understand the benefit of this program and they work thoroughly for with full energy and vigor to apply for this program. Karan Sanjeev Nair.
Yeah. Hey everyone. So I'm Karan. I'm from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So I'm actually studying in KC College of Technology. I'm actually in my third year right now doing computer science. So basically this fellowship, right? We were around 14 students. We were actually tasked with building out software for helping out India in the corona situation. And then we were given out training. We were we were being mentored by a lot of industry specialists, and we were actually like working on real life production software that was actually helping out lakhs of people, and we were actually able to see the impact that is being made by the software we were making. So that was really a good experience. And then we also connected with a lot of industry specialists, so we were actually like talking with you know um, the person behind New York Stock Exchange, and then the person behind Aadhaar, directly with them, one-on-one conversation. That was like something of the next level. Um, so basically, if you're going to get into this program, right? I think that will be the best part of your life, because you might be actually learning a lot. That will even help out people surrounding you. Yeah.
Thank you, Karan.
Thank you,
Now
Karan.
next is the Divya Garg. Are you there, Divya?
Yeah. Hello everyone. So I'm Divya Garg and I'm from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Currently, I'm a full stack developer at Instahar company, and yeah, like I graduated this year itself. So regarding the internship, it was the best experience. It was the best internship that I had ever done, because I got to learn a lot of things. I got to work on real life technologies and work with the industry specialists, and our mentors Bodhi and Vignesh. Uh, they they helped us a lot in figuring out a lot of things, and yeah, it was really a very great experience. working for India, fight to fight with the Corona safe. To fight with the COVID, and it was really a very great experience. So the students who are going to get in the internship, uh, like they will get to learn a lot. So yeah.
Thank you, Divya. I think we may take two more students, so there is some time left, Sanjay ji. Apurva,
Sure.
are you there, Apurva?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So I'm Apur. I'm currently in my third year of engineering at New Horizon College of Engineering. I'm studying information science engineering, and this has been the most impactful thing that I've probably done till now in my life, the Corona Safe internship. So right from the start of the selection process, I think I started learning. So the selection process, we had to complete a task and then submit it, and then there was an interview which was like a pair programming session with two senior engineers, which was amazing. And after that, when we got selected, we went through a training period of 2 months in which I learned tremendously. I mean, the code reviews which we used to get, they are better than the code reviews that you get in industry. And we learned the latest tech stack. We built projects using it. We learned functional programming language, Rescript, which is another paradigm of language which you should learn, which will broaden your mental horizon more. Uh, and then moving on to actually uh, in the internship, when we started working on the projects, Arike, which we were developing completely on our own, it was a greenfield project, so you will rarely get an opportunity to build something from scratch in industry. You'll get that opportunity in this internship. And then we worked on Care, which is a production level system already deployed in multiple districts. So you will get to work on something that is being used actually on the field. And yeah, so it was, I would say, the most impactful thing. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurva. Samyukta, are you there? Samyukta.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please.
Yes, so my name is Samyukta and I'm currently doing my third year in computer science and engineering in Chennai. So before I joined this entire fellowship, all I knew was how to program in Java and C, but then I never really tried doing projects on my own because I didn't know how. And the first task we were given for the selection process was probably my start into this journey of software development. And over time, I learned web development, and then the fact that I could contribute to real systems that are helping so many people in so many states during this pandemic was really amazing. And I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity for any student to actually believe in themselves and just take that leap of faith in contributing to software that helps so many people. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much to all of you. And it's really great to work for the country, especially with being a part of such programs. And AICT is also in the process of, starting one volunteer program involving the volunteer from across all the segments of the society, including the students, so that we as a students could contribute, to enrich work for the academic development of our students, along with to provide them other supports also. So now over to Sanjay ji.
Amitji, since so many students have spoken, can we give some time each to each student who've not spoken?
Okay, please.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe then I'll start from the first part, and everybody can say briefly, not putting any time, but so briefly what you want to say. Abhinandan, are you there?
Yes. Hello. Yeah.
We can
So
hear you, Abhinandan.
yeah. So and nothing that all things were said by my peers. So uh, and that fellowship was unique for me. And yeah, the first opportunity to do with teamwork and contribute to the nation is my unique opportunity. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, Abhinandan. Apurva has spoken, so I'll go to Amit Kumar.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Amit.
Okay. So, myself, Ahmed. I'm currently pursuing B from NI Mysore. This program was really awesome. Like the 10 weeks of the training was the best part of it. Like I got to learn a lot of technologies, and after that we started working on projects as my peers had already conveyed. That was a really good part on being a team and contributing to the open source. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. Arpan?
Hello. Hey, so I'm Arpan, currently a third year student of engineering. I guess all of my fellow have shared everything about the fellowship. It is an amazing opportunity, and I got to learn a lot pair programming with amazing fellows, amazing developers, and alongside the great mentors that we had during the fellowship, 10 weeks of training. So yeah, it is an amazing opportunity.
Thank you, Arpan. Divya has spoken. Karan has spoken. Kavin? Kavin, are you there? I can't see Kavin online, so I'll move to Piyush.
Hello,
Hi, Piyush.
am I audible?
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Good morning, everyone. So, sorry for my bad throat currently. So, it might happen that I broke off in between. So, yes, as my fellow mates have already spoken of most of the things. One thing that I would like to say in this is that being a software engineer and, and actually help people in these tough times is something that you look forward to, and and this is the opportunity where you actually can contribute and create something that can impact millions of lives. So that's the best part that I have found for this fellowship and this opportunity. So thank you for that, AICT, as well as Pupil First. That's all, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Piyush.
Piyush. Pradipta? Pradipta, are you there? I can't see Pradipta online. Samyukta has been here. Sandra has a technical issue to join. Shailesh?
Hi everyone, my name is Shailesh Anand. I'm from Latehar, Jharkhand. So the thing I would like to add to, apart from already what my peers spoke, is that the feeling that us making changes to the project, adding features, etc., and then we get the feedback from the field about how the feature is being used, and then continuously improving upon it, is really great. And the contribution we did gives us immense satisfaction about this. So yeah, that's what I want to add.
Thank you, Shailesh. Srihari?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So it was a great experience. It all started from that simple project during the registration, and it led me through the live coding round. And after I got selected, I was very happy that this took me to this level, and the training was very very awesome, and we really enjoyed it during the training. They also taught how to code and pair programming and all that. And after our training, the internship, through that we learn many things pair programming and all stuff. And we are contributing to the open source, which were those softwares are used by millions of people during the corona time. Yeah, it was a great experience, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Srihari. And Swapnil?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Swapnil.
Hi everyone, I'm Swapnil Jagtap from PICD Pune. So, I would like to thank AICT and People First for providing this opportunity to all students. And from interview to the end of internship, the peoples are very friendly. Like you will forward, they are the industry experts. They are they are behaving like the friends and the family. So we together develop open source software. Like we really enjoyed it, and even if you learn individually, that won't help you, as industry needs a team environment. So yeah, the this fellowship provided me how to work in the team environment, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Subnil. So with that, Amitji, can we officially launch the next application program for the GDC
Yes,
for the coming year?
sure.
Sure. Okay. So congratulations once again to all 14 students who won the title of National Software Engineering Fellow. I'll briefly now take you through the for all the teachers and all the students who are attending. Amitji will also be sharing these details over email, but I'll briefly take you through the program for next year, where the current batch of students will be your mentors and guides as well. So let me take that. Just give me one sec. Yes, can everybody see this new screen? Okay, so I'm going to just paste a link on the chat, which will give you a direct access to this website that I'm currently sharing on my screen. This is the application link for the uh, second batch of the Global Developer Corps Software Engineering Fellowship. This year, we have support from uh, the ex-Google chairman Eric Schmidt's foundation, Schmidt Futures, and Facebook India, as well as the foundation set up by Nandan Nilekani and Srikanth Nadhamuni, eGov Foundation. So if you've got a vaccine and if you've got a COVID certificate, that is all housed in the eGov Foundation. And so is Corona Safe and the tele-ICU module that all our students have built is all housed in the same foundation currently. We're looking to identify 40 students this year, and the applications will be opened by the team at around 11 o'clock, which is in another minute or so. So by the time I'm done with this, I'm sure Bodhi or somebody at the back end would ensure that the application process would be kickstarted. The website gives you all the details of the program, where you will learn how to build real world modern web apps, open source software. These lessons that we are passing on to students are being learned with many years of experience from the industry. You can learn type functional programming and also create contributions to digital public goods. This is for students who are 18 plus, who are in undergrad or post graduation. uh, the application process, I'll take you through the schedule towards the end, but the training program will run from January 7th to April 8th, and subsequently there will be a 6-month internship with the e-governance foundation. Close to 160 hours of highly enjoyable learning. As you would have heard most of the students say, it's been one of their transformative life experiences to learn through these programs. uh, you'll learn stacks in Python, Django, React, TypeScript, and it'll take you from a beginner to an intermediate. And then with the 6 months of internships, give you enough time to practically build these skills. um, we've noticed one thing this batch, that we had only 3 women in the 14. So to slightly nudge the gender balance forward, this year 10 scholarships are reserved for women. If there are more, we are absolutely happy, but to ensure there will be a minimum number of women, and this is to also ensure that, unless we have more successful women role models, very few women come into the software industry, and that becomes an industry issue later on. So we want to help more students come up into these programs. And then finally, you will be issued a national fellowship certificate by the All India Council for Technical Education and the industry. So this year, the key people who are supporting the program includes our chairman of the All India Council for Technical Education, Anil Sahasrabudhe, Mekin, who's been a long-standing industry expert, who was the CTO of Flipkart and who enabled Corona Safe, set up the processes in its very early days. Srikanth Nadhamuni, who is the founding CTO of Aadhaar. A new person has come on board to interact with the students for this batch. So almost all the things you've been using in your Indian digital life, which is your UPI, Aadhaar, your GSTN, new upcoming National Digital Health Mission, new upcoming National Digital Education Architecture. All of these architecture, there's one person who's engineered who's a software architect, and his name is Pramod Varma. So he'll be interacting with the students and enabling them with exposure to the National Digital Health Mission. Prasad Menon is the ex-CHRO for ClearTrip, and my name is Sanjay Vijay Kumar. 40 scholarships, as I informed you, sponsored with donors from Smith Futures and Facebook India, enables us to offer the program for free for students. And the impact your students will make, and this is mostly for the faculty to share the knowledge with the students, is that the software is currently being used in 12 states and already has managed around 3.5 lakh patients. So you will get coaching with industry programmers who've been building the Corona Safe network. A lot of our students have already been working with them, and these students will also be available for the new batch of students to clear their doubts and ask questions and learn the best practices. There will be specific Ask Me Anything sessions, designed for you to ask questions with industry experts during your period of training. And you'll also join a small group of students from all over the country. If you've noticed, most of our students come from very different parts, from Jharkhand to Theni, to wide parts of the country. So you can meet students from all over the country and become part of this. The skills are all practical, which will give you a head start in your software programming career and will enable you to learn the fundamentals of the web, right? And along the way, you will learn how to become a full stack programmer, which can meet and go beyond what the industry expects. As for course outcomes, you will learn in thorough and deep understanding of building modern web applications, because the code you write through this internship, it'll go straight into the tele ICU module or the Arige module or different modules that are being used live on the field to manage healthcare in India. Anybody who wants to apply should have a basic knowledge of any programming language, preferably in Python, and preferred our experiences in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? And these are the students who form the class of 2021, your seniors in the fellowship program who won the fellowship. And you can read in detail their experiences on what they learned through this fellowship program. As for the schedule, the applications are open from today, and it's a rolling application. So all applications which are submitted first, they are processed first, and as soon as you hit 40 quality applications, the application period is stopped. But the last day to apply is December 26th, and on January 6th, AICTE will officially announce the selected students. The next day, the program would begin. By April 8th, the training program would end. And on April 11th, the internship would start for 6 months. On October 11th, the internship would end. And around October 25 of next year, the successful students will be issued the National Software Engineering Fellowship certificate. This is a model of the certificate you can share with the students, which will be issued. So with that, Amitji, this is the finer details of the Global Digital Corps Fellowship Program. If you can officially announce this launch, then we can, come to a conclusion for this program, and then we can email all the institutions the further details, which they can send it to their students as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Now, AICTE and People First jointly officially launched this fellowship program to the engineering students across India. Sanjay ji, there is a one brief clarification, because I think most of our students need. I mean, how we are going to select 40 students, because this need to be covered so that the students will be excited to know the process of the selection of the internship program.
Sure. Okay, so there is a multi-step selection process. So let me see if the application window is open. Yeah, so the link is updated now. You can go to fullstack.pupilfirst.org. You can go through the website details, and then you can start, hit the apply for the fellowship button. And then there is a application process where you can start entering your email ID and then follow the next questions that are there. Once you give your basic details, your college, your age, which program you are learning, some self-assessment of your software programming skills, you will be taken to the most important part of the selection process, which is a software programming task. So if you notice some of the students saying that was possibly the first time they really attempted, by sitting around 5-6 hours and building a clean software code for a programming task. So Amitji, the task we will not say right now, because the task is for each student to be revealed for themselves. And once they reveal the task, they have a small time window to submit the application. So if you reveal the task today, you have another 2 more days to submit your code. We expect around 5 to 6 hours of programming for a student to complete this task. And then there is a method to submit this for evaluation. And from all the submissions that are evaluated, there is a criteria on how we will evaluate the code. It will be checked for passing all the software tests. So there is automated tests with the industry engineers have created. So if your code passes all the tests, then all the applications where such testing is passed, there will come for manual evaluation. In the manual evaluation check, Amitji, some industry experts who are going to teach the students in the program, they are the ones who are involved in the selection process. So they will go through these individual submissions and check for various syntaxes and parameters, if they are meeting, how close are our students close to industry standards. Because in this program, we are trying to identify the best students the country has to offer, and then take them through an intense 12-week training program. So we want to select students who the coaches will feel will be able to take such intense load, and then subsequently join the internship program. So it will be a 3-step selection process, and we encourage all institutions to see as many students to apply for the program. Like you would have said, many students who've got into this program have done this for the first time and had a transformational experience. So that is the multi-step selection process. Amitji, back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Now we just quickly take 2-3 questions from the participant. If anyone has any query, just please raise your hand so that we can unmute you from our end.
Okay, Amitji. There are some questions that have already come. Is there any charges for the program? No, the program is completely free. It is offered as a fellowship, and it is sponsored by the industry. So the expenses of training, for which is fairly high expenses, these are covered by industry. So there is no charges for anybody who is participating. I don't see MTech as a program of enrolling. Is it okay if I select other? Yes, please. We actually have most of our students applying from the bachelor's program, but it is not restricted only to bachelor's. If you are a master's student as well, you can select other and apply. 18 to 25 age group is what we are looking at. So that is the age group of participants we are looking for. We're mostly looking for students who are in undergrad. We are okay to select few students who are there in postgrad. Can we get a link for our college students to apply? Yes, of course. I'll just share the link on the chat. You can share this link. So post the program, Amitji's office will send you an email along with a full program brochure, and you can share that program brochure on your WhatsApp channels in your college groups, and then or send it by email to all your students. How much stipend do we?
How much stipend? It's a basically industry sponsored program. So I mean, the industry is putting lots of money in this program. So there is no provision for the stipend during the program, but yes, that quite type of the training you are getting, being a part of the prestigious training program, I think it will help you a lot in shaping your career for the future.
Thank you, Amitji. Is there any percentage criteria? This I'm hoping is asking for any marks, percentage of marks that the students have received. The answer is no. Mostly we've seen, very good programming students, may not be academically, this is not like a generalization, but there are few programming students who are very good in programming, but are not academically performing as well as, expected. So we don't have any such limitation, because from the industry, what we are looking at is students who can program. that is the only skill that needs to be demonstrated. So anybody who's able to demonstrate that skill, the top 40 students will be selected for the fellowship program this year. So that's been the first 5-6 questions, Amitji. So anybody who wants additional questions, you can always email us. I will, copy this email ID for you. And you can send us your queries by email as well. This email ID will also be shared in the launch announcement email that Amitji's office will send today. So if you have any further queries, you can always email us and we'll be happy to share all the answers. There's one question, Amitji: can students of semester in engineering participate? We recommend students of third semester onwards. We have less preference for final year students because the training itself is intense and the final year students will be looking at very quickly, getting a campus placement. So we are looking at students primarily in their third semester onwards. So that's the answer for that. It's not an exclusion for seventh semester students. If there is like outstanding application from seventh semester students, we'll definitely consider it. But we want to take students who are much younger, and this is because our chairman at AICTE has this view that we need a head start instead of finishing everything at the end. Most of our academic programs and changes, Anil Ji says, needs to start from first year of college onwards. We need to have a new model of teaching learning from first year onwards. So we are focused on students who are very young in their college life, maybe in their second year. That's our best preference. Third year is also fine. Less preference to students who are in final year. It's not an exclusion once again, but first semester is obviously fine, Srija. Everybody's welcome. Amitji, with that, I hand it over to you for concluding the session today.
Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Now we come to the end of the today launching ceremony of the program. With this, first, I thank Sanjay ji and his team, Suma and others, for steering this movement and starting collaborating with the AICTE and starting this program last year. And I believe that this year, also last year, we have received around more than 55,000 applications across India, and out of that, 14 has been selected. So this year also, we believe that large number of students who are part of the AICTE approved institutions across India and other engineering institutions also, they are going to apply for these prestigious programs, and the quality and the training which is going to be delivered being a part of this program will help you a lot. So I thank all the students, head of institutions, faculty members, and especially those students who have been awarded the fellowship in the today program last batch students. So I thank all of you. I thank also my team, Sanju Chaudhary, along with our IT consultant, Raj Mohan, for organizing this event. So with this, I conclude today program, and I hope that such type of volunteer efforts, especially I mean taking lead by the Sanjay ji, his organization, will definitely help us strengthening of the volunteerism across the India on a long-term basis. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Amitji. So with that, we come to the close of this official launch function. And giving the fellowships to the 14 students who've been part of the National Software Engineering Fellowship. As the final closing note, we want to share that the motto of Pupil First School is Anugachada Pravaham. It's a Sanskrit verse. It basically is a blessing for the students to go along with the universal flow of life and see life as a journey of continuous education. So in your life, education is a tool. The Sanskrit word for education is adhyayana. It means to being a tool for yourself to go beyond what you can see. So we've never seen electricity, but we've seen light. We've never seen energy waves in our brain, but we see the EEGs and ECGs, and there are many equipments which allow us to see these energies. So the aim of education is to help you go beyond what you can only see with your sight or senses. And in that journey of life as continuous education, we want to give all our students a blessing to go with the universal flow of life. With that, we officially conclude this session. Thank you all of you for joining, and all the best for the new students who are joining, and congratulations once again to all the 14 students who won the title